Hi friends, welcome to Literary Bee. Hope you all are fine and doing well. Keep learning and growing. हमारा आज का वीडियो मेजर ऑथर्स ऑफ मिडिल इंग्लिश पीरियड के ऊपर होगा। हम इस वीडियो में सारे ऑथर्स कवर नहीं कर पाएंगे, नहीं तो वीडियो लंबा हो जाएगा, इसलिए मैंने इस वीडियो में सिर्फ 3 ऑथर्स फॉर एग्जाम्पल जेफरी चॉसर, विलियम लैंगलैंड एंड जॉन गोवर को लिया है। हम बाकी ऑथर्स नेक्स्ट वीडियो में कवर करेंगे। But before we begin our today's video, I would request you all to please do like, share and subscribe my channel to keep me motivated. Thank you. So let's begin. The Middle English period was a transformative era of English literature. This period saw significant changes in the English language and literary expression, influenced by Norman conquest and subsequent cultural exchanges. और इस सीरीज में हमारे फर्स्ट ऑथर जो आते हैं वो हैं जेफरी चॉसर. Geoffrey Chaucer is said to be born in 1340s in London and died on 25th October 1400. I'm not sure about the date, that is 25th of October, but the year of death is absolutely correct to my knowledge. Geoffrey Chaucer is also known as the father of English literature. He worked as a courtier, diplomat and civil servant under 3 kings. First is Edward III, second Richard II, and then Henry IV. Chaucer's writing style was influential in shaping the development of English language, as he played a significant role in popularizing the use of vernacular English in literature, moving away from the dominance of Latin and French. Chaucer's contribution to English literature have earned him legacy, and his works continue to be studied and celebrated today for their insight into medieval society, their humor, and their rich storytelling. Chaucer traveled extensively, which influenced his writing and also introduced him to the works of Italian and French authors. Chaucer is best known for his seminal work, that is the Canterbury Tales. It is a collection of stories written in Middle English that provides a vivid picture of life in medieval England. Apart from the Canterbury Tales, another important work of Chaucer is Troilus and Cressida. First, we'll take up the Canterbury Tales. The Canterbury Tales was written between 1387 to 1400 AD. It is perhaps Geoffrey Chaucer's most famous work and one of the greatest work of English literature. It's a collection of stories written in Middle English, set within a framing narrative. The work depicts a group of pilgrims traveling together from London to the shrine of St. Thomas Becket at Canterbury Cathedral. To pass the time on the journey, each pilgrim tells a story, making up to a total of 24 tales. 2 of the tales were by Chaucer himself, although he never completed the collection. The tales encompass a wide range of genres, including romance, comedy, allegory, and morality tales, reflecting the diverse social backgrounds and interests of the pilgrims. Through the tales, Chaucer provides a vivid and often satirical portrayal of medieval English society, exploring themes such as love, greed, honor, deceit, and the complexities of human nature. The characters in the Canterbury Tales are memorable and diverse, ranging from nobles to clergy to commoners, each with their own distinct personality and voice. Some of the most famous tales include The Knight's Tale, The Miller's Tale, The Wife of Bath Tale, and The Pardoner's Tale. The Canterbury Tale is not only celebrated for its literary merit but also for its historical and cultural significance. It offers valuable insight into the custom, belief, and value of medieval England, while showcasing Chaucer's mastery of language and storytelling technique. The second work of Geoffrey Chaucer is Troilus and Cressida. It is another major work, though it is less widely known. The Canterbury Tale than the Canterbury Tale. It is a narrative poem written in Middle English, composed in the mid 1380s. The story is based on the tragic love affair between Troilus, who is a Trojan prince, and a Trojan woman of Greek heritage named Cressida during the Trojan War. The plot revolves around the blooming romance between Troilus and Cressida, which is made complicated by the political and military turmoil of the Trojan War. Despite their love, Cressida is ultimately forced to leave Troy and is promised to the Greeks in a prisoner's exchange, leading to heartbreak and tragedy for both lovers. Troilus and Cressida is renowned for its complex characters, psychological depth, and exploration of themes such as fate, love, and human conditions. Chaucer's portrayal of the central character is nuanced and sympathetic, and his depiction of the emotions and struggle is remarkably modern in its sensibility. While the Canterbury Tales is often considered as Chaucer's magnum opus, Troilus and Cressida remains a significant work in English literature, admired for its poetic craftsmanship and its contribution to the development of the English literary tradition. Our next author is William Langland. William Langland lived between 1332 to 1386 AD. Little is known about him. He is believed to have been born near the Melbourne Hill in Worcestershire. His work suggests that he might have been educated at a monastery, possibly in Great Melbourne. One of his most important work is Piers Plowman, written between 1370 to 1377 AD. This poem is one of the most significant works of the Middle English literature alongside Geoffrey Chaucer's Canterbury Tales. Piers Plowman is an allegorical narrative poem that addresses social, political, and religious themes of Langland's time, such as the corruption of the church, the inequalities of the society, and the quest for a righteous life. The poem follows the journey of the narrator Will as he searches for the true meaning of life and seeks to understand the nature of sin, virtue, and salvation. The central character, Piers Plowman, symbolizes the honest, hardworking common man, and his interactions with the other allegorical figures represent various aspects of the medieval society and morality. Through vivid imagery, allegory, and a blend of humor and moral seriousness, Langland critiques the shortcomings of a society while advocating for social justice and spiritual renewal. Piers Plowman exists in multiple versions, suggesting that Langland continued to revise and expand the poem throughout his life. The work's complex structure and rich symbolism have made it a subject of scholarly study and interpretation for centuries, and it continues to be celebrated for its literary significance and its exploration of timeless moral and philosophical questions. Our third poet in this series is John Gower. Lifespan is 1330 to 1408 AD. John Gower was a contemporary of Geoffrey Chaucer and William Langland, and like them, he was also a prominent English poet of the 14th century. He is best known for his major works. First is Confessio Amantis, also known as the Lover's Confession, and the Vox Clementis, that is the voice of the people. First, we shall talk about Confessio Amantis. Confessio Amantis is a long narrative poem written in Middle English consisting of around 33,000 lines. It is a collection of moral tales framed within the context of a lover's confession to a priest of Venus. The work explored themes of love, ethics, and virtue, drawing on classical mythology, medieval romance, and Christian doctrine. Like Chaucer's Canterbury Tales, Confessio Amantis is structured as a series of tales told by the lover, each intended to illustrate a specific moral lesson. Now comes the next work of John Gower, that is Vox Clementis, also known as the voice of the people. Vox Clementis is a significant work written in Latin. It's a long poem consisting of around 10,000 lines, and it's a critique of contemporary society, particularly the political and social upheaval of Gower's time. The poem is divided into books, each addressing different aspects of society and morality, and it contains vivid description of the 14th century English landscape and society. Gower works are characterized by their moral seriousness, didacticism, and concern for social justice. While he is often overshadowed by Chaucer in discussions of medieval English literature, Gower's contribution to the literary and intellectual culture of his time are significant, and his work offer valuable insight into the social, political, and moral issues of the late Middle Ages. So this was a video on major authors, जिसमें हमने 3 authors के बारे में बात करी. बाकी के authors हम अपने next video में continue करेंगे. So keep watching. Bye.